All right, so let's talk about, bring this over to the screen. Let's talk about where we are right now, where it could rebound from. We got some demand. Get my screen draw tool out. We got some demand in this area right here, right? I don't know if you see the white lines, but there's our white lines on the lows. Listen to the trading video to see what. So coming into this area, right? So what you can notice about this market, if you're reading this was showing some levels of support, and through there we're showing some levels of support. So there is some demand in this area right there, coinciding right in this area right now. Be interesting to see where this market decides to bottom out for today. But definitely could see a bottoming here, and then you have the highs back up to here, right? Unless obviously it's seeking a new level, then you can throw all that out, and it's going for $60 a barrel. So expect it to rebound temporarily from these levels is what you would think, based upon where there is some demand. See demand there and demand here. So let's see how this plays out. I'm going to pause the video here. Actually, let's get rid of the screen draw and move this off the screen. See how this plays out today. We'll talk to you in a bit. All right, so here we are a little bit later on in that session now. Let's look at some things here. I mean, even think about it. I would pretty much recommend that we want to see not a red bar, not the reds that you're seeing here. We want to see some confirmation the market's bottomed here at some point, right? Just jumping in a falling knife is not a good idea in a falling market. So as we drop lower, you think, well, where can this market fall? And kind of looking at the 1 hour chart, we saw right now, I mean, we talked about this area, and we're talking about this area. These are your demand areas that you could possibly see the market fall to. So we're in that area at this point, but the way I'm looking at it right now, or the way I'm thinking about it, let's say it goes down here and then it rebounds. At some point, maybe you have instead of a red, you have a black. So you find a black that at least shows some level of coming over before you get involved in the falling knife. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. This is still a working theory for me. Now, I know that Sam Sedens wrote about it and he's traded it, but it's still a working theory on my side until I see more confident or see more trade setups that work out this way. So what I'm looking at is this is demand in this area, but then I want to see confirmation of demand before I would take the reverse side of that trade. Be back later. I should say I'll be back in a bit on the Camtasia side. We move these off the screen here. Still waiting to see what we see. So it's kind of nice when you're in a winning position on a day and you can just sit back, relax, and start working on things that you think might work, but you want to see it, and you want to see it some proof positive that that kind of stuff can work. Now, if I was trailing my short right now, today, I still would be short off the 200 bar, and this was a swing high right now, and plus 5 ticks from this swing high is where I'd be. So currently, until we make a new low and come down, this is where I would exit the trade on the trailing side of the market. All right, so know where you'd exit. Now this is all when if and when I could get the second contract at Top Step Trader, and it's very difficult to trade more than one inside the combine. And trust me, I've tried over and over again to trade 2 contracts over my period of time at Top Step Trader. What you run into once again is if the move goes against you. So if I had 10 ticks today, so maybe today would have been a good day to go with the second contract. But if I had lost 2 trades in a row at 10 ticks, I would have been down -40 and my day's over. That's why I don't like at Top Step Trader on the 30K account. And pretty much my day would be almost over as well on the 50K as well, because you have the 1,000 weekly loss that you're working against. But trading 1 against 10 ticks, I can have 4 different entries to go down -40. That's the theory behind why I don't like 2 contract trading on the 30K or the 50K account. Talk to you in a bit. All right. So let's see. We're looking at this demand area, and obviously this demand area also ties in over here, right? So looking at our lows and where we've been, we're down definitely. This could be right around here, the temporary low that's set up. And then like a retracement today, maybe 50% of the range, either today's range or yesterday's range. Bring it back here roughly, I would say, if it wanted to come back. Let's put the Fibonacci retracement on it and take a look. So right in there, like we thought, well, I talked about going up to S2 and up here. As we can see, we've been through S1, S2, and S3 today. And we continue to show lower lows as we continue on down. Today's low now is posted at 6103. Let's measure our short. Last time we were looking was right here at 47. Finally come underneath here. So let's see, 5 ticks from here, but then it went down. 5 ticks from here would have been 27. 27 wasn't hit. So this is the new minor high. We'd be looking at 29. 61.29 is the reversal signal, or not reversal, the 200 bar exit right now. It's 5 ticks over this right here at 61.29. So we're still in the short side trade on this particular trade if we were trailing that second contract. All right, let's keep our eyes and keep watching this. Be back in a bit. Probably be back at the close of trading today. We'll wrap it up. All right, here's where we left off when I last left you. Had to do some honeydews. Looks like the trade exit from the short would be roughly at this level, at the 29. We didn't make another low after that. So lowest low, and then we saw this movement here, plus 5 ticks from 24 is 29, and 29 was run right here. So that would have been the exit to the second contract, the short side. But let's talk about, so if we had 2 on today, 62.21 was the entry point. We exited one at around 62.21, and we exited the first one close to 61.74. The Gann magic number or golden ratio number, and the next contract would have been exited at 61.29. So if we had 2 contracts on today, max profit today would have been 6221 minus 6174 is 47 ticks, and 6221 minus 6129 is 92 ticks. 2 contract trading today, 9, 13, been about 139 ticks on 2 contracts. So let me get my screen draw tool out. So one of them would be 47. The second contract, the trailer, would have been 92 for a total of 139. Add a 0 to that, so it'll be 1,390 on 2 contracts with your trailer. So if that's worth 57 bucks to make 1,390, or at least a trading strategy that's designed to make that, maybe it's worth looking into. All right, so let's think about the other side of the trade. Let's bring over the hourly. Now, we wouldn't have entered into any long until pretty much being short. I'd been very hesitant to take any long one until over the short entry. But if there was a short entry, where would we have seen it to start with? I would argue it would be on this bar here being a hammer bar, and we would want to look getting long after the hammer. So that would coincide if we get our demand out. So we have demand in this area waiting for a black bar to print on the hourlies. We finally see it right in that area. So let's bring over our 10-minute chart to see if we can locate that a little bit better of where we'd want to be involved in it. That would have been in the hour of the 12 o'clock hour, so between 11 to 12. Looks like here's our demand right in this, and as we cross over this level, it looks like the long would have entered in right about there. As it crosses over all that junk right there, and you had a small long up to, looks like S3. And then it trails off and looks like you'd have got out you would have got out at somewhere, maybe, let's see how long of a move that, 61.29 to 60. Looks like it'd been about a 35 ticks would have been a 3p move. You've been lucky to get that. The 2p move coming up. So that would have been roughly the area that you would have been looking at the long in that demand area. And if you could have held it, then you'd be looking maybe the market to move up tomorrow into Friday. So honestly, it looks like the short was the better of the trades and exiting at 61.29. And as far as volume goes, let's just double check the other side of this. Yeah, we have demand area. Yes, we have the 10-minute verifying it, and we see the hourlies verifying it. But did we see a high volume bar on the red side to get excited between the 11 to 12 hour to want to do anything? From 11 to 12, did we see anything high volume? We see the 5 in here. We see that it didn't cross over there. We see another 1,000 bar right in there as it continues to make new lows. So nothing really strong, in my humble opinion, to roughly where our exit was today. So here would have been the reversal signal, in my humble opinion, right in this area, and you might have been able to get a little bit of profit, maybe a 1p move as it run back up here to S3. So not a real strong up move today. So majority of the time spent up until looks about 1 o'clock you were in the short, and at 1 you only have 30 minutes, so you'd be looking for a 1.5p close 30 strategy is what you'd be looking for. So let's plug that in. If we would have got long right at 29 and getting long at 31, let's say, if we would have had enough room for profit up to that S1 line, S3, excuse me. So what did I say, 61.31? Yeah, 61.31. And we're looking for 1.5p. We need enough profit to get to 57 right there. And we got to 56, pretty close. So 50, that's 57 right on the dot to the S3. It would have been worth taking, and you could have grabbed yourself a 1.5p win into, looks like from 1 to 130. So if we add that all together today, the long, once the short got rid of here, our long would have been a closed 30 here if I'd have taken it, and that would have been worth 26 ticks. Now, if you would have got all the other part of that trade, it would have been 47. So there would have been 2 trades on the day with 1 contract, 13, 6, was that 73? 73 ticks, not bad, $730 trading 1 contract, and trading 2, you just would have taken 2 off at the exit point there, or just trade 1 on the close 30. But if you did trade 2, it would have been worth, what do we say, 139, and then adding 26 by 2 is 54. 13, carry 1s, 8, 9, 193, right? That looks about right. Or did I add that to 26 and 26? That's 12, excuse me, 191. So, well, almost $2,000. Is that worth $57 investment? All right, it's Dave Knight here from 123daytrading.com, or actually 123daytrade.com, not day trading. That's someone else probably. All right, it's David. Dave here at 123daytrade. Love to see you in my course, or my day trading course. 57 bucks. That's it, man. One-time investment. Come on, give it up. Talk to you later. This is David again at 123daytrade. Talk to you later. Bye for now.